So, hello, good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, July the 19th, and it is 9:40 a.m. So today is a good day. And you're probably wondering, like, is she in the hospital? Yes, I am in the hospital. But it's not for me. It's more so for my son. We've been here since Monday night, and it's now Friday. And the reason why we're here is because when I got off from work Monday, I had brought him home to do his little rectal irrigations and things and that sort. And he just, like 45 minutes later, after I did the irrigations, he just started throwing up light green bile out of nowhere. And I know when that happens, that's a sign that something is going wrong. So I called his dad and we took him to the hospital. My lips look so dry. We took him to the hospital. They did an x-ray of his tummy and it was like, yeah, his large intestine is looking a little funky and it's not where it's supposed to be. So they admitted him and he had to get surgery Wednesday afternoon, which consisted of him getting a colostomy bag. So basically, colostomy bag is when they pull out the small intestine and have it on the outer side of your stomach to help you be able to produce your stool a lot better versus out your rectum, because he has a hard time going out his bottom. So they decided, like, look, it's time for him to get the bag to possibly help him, go a lot easier. And when he first got out of surgery, he wasn't doing so well. He was like in a lot of pain, moaning and groaning. But as time went on, yesterday he was okay. He was able to he ate a little bit more and he drank a little bit more. And today he's doing a lot better. Like, he's talking to me more. He's asking for his juice and his chips and some ice. He loves ice. And he doesn't really like the hospital food, but he'll prefer the broth, which is crazy. But give me a second, hold on, okay? But yeah, he prefers the broth over anything else. So yeah, so the doctor was saying maybe he'll possibly go home Monday or Tuesday, we don't know. But fingers crossed. I mean, he's doing good so far. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to go home and things in that nature. But I'm just giving a little update about, what's going on with my son and things of that nature and how I'm feeling. But I'm feeling okay mentally. Like, at first I was just like in a daze, and the nurse that knows us very well, she was like, are you okay? She said, you just don't look like yourself and this and that. Like, ma'am, my son been going through a lot since he was a baby, and he's still going through so much. Like, my son had COVID 3 times and he had to get a big procedure done at 4 days old. I thought he wasn't going to make it because we got out of surgery. He didn't look so good and everything like that. So he's been through so much, and he's about to be 3 years old soon. But he's a strong little warrior. The lady at my job, she calls him her little champion because he's been through so much and he's still going through a lot. And it's just gonna get better. I pray for better days to come versus bad days. I don't want any bad days at all. So I'm hoping that since he had this done, that his doctor won't see him as much, because he had a colostomy bag on. He had a colostomy bag put on last year in November because he caught an infection and his rectum was like kind of falling out, and that wasn't good. So the doctor said it's a good thing we brought him to the hospital in time, because it could have turned really, really bad. But he had to get a colostomy bag back in November, and we was in the hospital for a month because since he already had an infection before they did the procedure, it just made him like bad. Like, he was like vomiting so much dark green bile to the point it was all over the bed, his face, his hair on the floor. He wouldn't eat anything, he wouldn't drink anything, so he lost so much weight. His eyes were so sunken in, he got a little puffy. It just was bad. But they took the bag off back in April, and he was doing fine and things of that. Like, the doctor said he want him to keep the colostomy bag on for a couple more years to come until he feel as though that he doesn't want it anymore. Because when he had a colostomy bag put back on in last year, he was not really in the emergency room like that. He wasn't seeing a surgeon like that. But once the bag came off in April, he was in the hospital a lot. He was seeing a surgeon a lot. So he's hoping that since he has the bag put back on now, that he will not be back in the hospital as much. I should have recorded when we ate breakfast, because my breakfast was like, it was pretty good. Like, sometimes it's not as good, but sometimes it was. Sometimes it is. Like, I had pancakes this morning. They were awesome. And I had some bacon. And I had some apple juice. My son, of course, he had his broth. That the only thing that he will eat is the broth. And he had his little clear apple Ensure that he loves too. He doesn't like the Jello. He's not a fan of Jello. I don't know if it's probably because of the texture or it just looked weird to him. I don't know. And he's snacking on some pretzels. And we're still trying to finish up on his broth. Like, he still has a little bit left. He's kind of asking for it now. But yeah, so I mean, I would show you guys what his his stoma site look like, but I don't want to kind of be too graphic because some people might not be able to stomach the sight of that, so I wouldn't put that on there. But if some of you can handle the sight of it, then maybe you can like comment below and just like, like, I wouldn't mind seeing it and what it looks like. And he also has a central line in his chest that's go from his neck to his chest area, and that's for him to get easy access to medicine, to his fluids, and to them being able to draw blood if need be. Because it's kind of like a little tunnel going into like his vein to get the blood more easy. Because he's a very, very hard stick. Like, he has rolling veins and they always disappear. Or you could have the IV in the vein and then it just blow. So yeah, he's a very hard stick, and I really don't like when they try to stick him a lot, because it's like, okay, you can't get it the first time or the second time or the third time, then maybe you should find another solution as to getting his IV in to give him fluids and things in that nature. But so I'm about to end the video here. I may come back a little bit later, but I'm gonna feed him the rest of his broth and give him his little pretzels and some ice, and check his stoma bag to see if it's need to be changing again. It needs changing a lot. Like, I guess because he's taking in so much liquid, it's just like so much coming out in the bag. I wish he would eat something that'll make it thicker versus liquidy, but he's just being stubborn and picky right now. So I will come back a little later, if not later, maybe later on tonight, to give you guys a little more of an update of what's going on with my son. And I'm hoping that we go home Monday or Tuesday, because mama needs to go back to work. I got two other little boys besides him, and yeah, I got bills to pay and things to take care of. So yeah, but till next time, see ya.